This drug plague has gone on for nearly 20 years. And I was just reading an article, and I might do this story. It said worldwide there are 1.1 billion people that are abusing drugs on earth. That is absolutely insane. And you have to think about most of the junkies, the biggest junkies are right here in the US. But they said right now, the article also said that your wealthier countries, which means the US and Europe, are struggling the worst with drug addiction. So this is a story that came out in the Daily Caller on September 11th, 2017. Now, they're predicting that 2017 may go over 70,000 deaths. That is insane. Heroin use spikes as drug deaths are expected to top 70,000 this year. And we're not even at the end of the year yet. The number of fatal heroin overdoses has increased fivefold since 2002. Now, the last time I read a story, it was fourfold. Now it's fivefold, according to a new study, which predicts drug deaths will claim more than 70,000 lives in 2017. That is absolutely crazy. The data from the National Institute on Drug Abuse released Thursday paints a grim outlook of the current drug crisis ravishing American communities. It shows the number of active heroin users in the US more than doubled between 2002 and 2016, from 404,000 to 948,000. Wow. Wow. Over the same period, heroin overdose deaths spiked 533%, reports CNN. The study predicts the addiction plague in America will continue to deteriorate, pushing drug deaths to an estimated 71,600 in 2017. If the estimate prove accurate, 2017 will be the second year in a row drug deaths surpass U.S. casualties from the Vietnam War. The drug plague in America is increasingly fueled by synthetic opioids like fentanyl, which overtook heroin as the deadliest substance in the U.S. In 2016, synthetic opioids, including fentanyl and its analog, claimed roughly 20,100 lives in 2016, up from 9,945. The National Center for Health Statistics, part of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, released their first preliminary report giving an account of drug overdose deaths in 2016. The CDC estimates that drug deaths rose more than 22% in 2016, killing 64,070 Americans. The opioid deaths rose from 33,000 in 2015 and nearly 50,000 in 2016, driven primarily by fentanyl. Fentanyl, which is roughly 50 to 100 times more powerful than morphine, is also fueling an increase in cocaine deaths, as dealers are increasingly cutting the fatal painkiller into cocaine supplies. That's because fentanyl, from what I understand, is pretty cheap. So that's why it's being cut into so many things now. It's not just it's marijuana, it's cocaine. They're virtually putting fentanyl in everything, in heroin. The CDC estimates cocaine overdose deaths increased from roughly 4,000 in 2009 to more than 6,700 in 2015. Officials say cocaine overdose deaths are about to explode in 2017 to nearly 11,000. The Drug Enforcement Agency issued a new guidance to police departments across the country in June to how to handle heroin and other narcotics due to the increasing prevalence of fentanyl. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein warned it only takes 2 milligrams of fentanyl, the equivalent of a grain of a few table salt, to cause a fatal overdose. Fentanyl exposure can injure or kill innocent law enforcement officers and other first responders, Rosenstein said in remarks June 6. Inhaling just a few airborne particles could be fatal. The spread of fentanyl means that any encounter a law enforcement officer has under an unidentified white powder could be fatal. Our officers and first responders must approach these situations with the utmost caution. Drug overdoses are now the leading cause of accidental deaths for Americans under 50. So you really think about it, that is the leading cause of deaths for Americans under 50. And then you got the baby boomers who are elderly and dying out. So these two different generations are dying out at the same time. So, I mean, they're focusing just on drug deaths. You got to think about suicides have always been crazy in this country. And then you have the people that die of natural deaths. That's a lot of people checking out of here, y'all. That's a lot of people. But tell me what you think in the comment section. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And if you can donate to my channel, please do. And don't forget to make a donation to the Hurricane Irma Fund for Florida residents. I would deeply appreciate it. Peace, family.